Welcome to the Mystery Mouse Knitting Podcast. My name is Holly and I'm coming to you from Colorado, where I live with my husband and our 5 kids and our many pets. And today is January. It's a day in January, a Friday. I should know this, but I don't, whatever. Okay, it's Friday. It's pizza night. We have pizza every Friday night. And we used to get our pizza always, from somewhere. But now we usually make homemade pizza because it's so much cheaper. And my brother always comes over, so that's really fun. Anyway, so this is a knitting podcast, and I talk about books also. And I feel like I have a lot to talk about. Not a ton of knitting, but because I'm really trying to film every 2 weeks. I wrote down all of my podcasts that I want to film for the whole year in my planner. So I'm drinking coffee in my bibliophile mug with a bell on it. As I'm filming this, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and 3 o'clock is my coffee cutoff. If I have coffee after 3 o'clock, I will be up at 1 o'clock in the morning being like, why am I so wide awake? So I gotta drink this. So I didn't make any notes because I procrastinated filming, and now I hardly have any time. So I sure hope I don't forget to talk about anything. So first of all, I have some whips. I don't think I have any FOs. No, I don't think I have any FOs. First of all, and my whips are both new cast-ons. Okay. So I have lots of things I need to finish, and I am going to finish them. I promise. But I have a couple of new cast-ons. So first of all, Cheryl of Wise Owl Knits is doing a knit along in March for her Wildflower tee. And in February, she will be releasing the Wildflower tee for babies, kids, and teens. And she already has released, I think about a year ago, her adult version of the Wildflower. So I put, okay, so never mind. Cut this out, Holly. So I am doing kits for her knit along, and I'm doing 3 kits. I will do a more thorough breakdown of them as it gets a little closer, maybe in my next podcast. But they will be going on sale on February 1st, and she will be releasing the babies and kids and teens pattern that day. But I'm knitting up a sample in one of my kits, and I wanted to show it to you. So this is the Wildflower, and as you can see, I have finished the yoke and started on the body. I've split for the sleeves, and I've done the first little color work section. She has these little color work blips, and I love this yoke. I love it so much. It's so pretty. This colorway is called Little House on the Prairie. So I wanted to do really country Americana colors, and I love how it turned out. Hopefully the light is showing good. So anyway, this is going to be for Ivy, and since there are 3 colorways and lots of sizes, I'm hoping to make one for Ivy, one for Mary, and one for me in each of the 3 colorways. So I started with Ivy's first because she's the smallest. So I'm making her the child size 7, and I've tried it on her, and I think it's going to fit really nice. I'm going to do them kind of cropped so that my hope is that we can wear these for Easter. I don't know if I can finish 3 fingering weight sweaters in time for Easter, but we'll see. I'll do the girls' first before I do mine. So anyway, I hope you like this little sneak peek. I am very excited about that knit along, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I will still, because I'm doing 3, I will still have stuff to knit for. So that is living in my bag I got for Christmas from my friend from Sassy Sacks by Yadi. And then I just cast this on, and this actually doesn't have a bag. I'll have to put it in a bag. This is my Whodunit colorway for the Whodunit Knit Along Mal. And I'm knitting the Murder Knits Cowl, that's what it's called, by Liz Clothier. And it is so fun because once you've done a few rows, and I have, this pattern is not yet out. I think she's just released it in the Telegram group for the Whodunit make along. So, but this will be out, I think, in the February edition of Blocked magazine, so then it will be out. But it's just a really nice tube cowl. It's got a cable. It's got a little mini cable here, which is like a, just, it looks really cool. It's like twisted. And then a big cable. And I'm really enjoying making it. I do not knit a lot of cables. I have in the past done cables, but it's not like my thing or anything. So but I'm really enjoying it, and I could use another cowl. So that is what I'm doing for the Whodunit make along. And speaking of the Whodunit make along, this is a make along hosted by Two Sisters and Some Yarn, and Amy wrote a story, and it's really, really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. I think the first 2 parts are out, and I'm supposed to give some clues. So here we go. Shrimp. What's that you say? I said shrimp. Shrimp? I'm thinking of writing a monograph on the subject. I say, Holmes, are you feeling all right? French. I say, old boy, did you say French? Yes, French. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what it means, but something. Okay, so I think that is all the knitting I have to show you. I'm sure that I've knit in some other things, but as I was getting my stuff together for this podcast, I could not think of what they were. So I just said, okay, well, that's fine. We'll just go with this. Also, I had somebody ask me for, I had someone who asked me if I could show my finished Advent shawl pattern. So I'm going to put that in here. Love how this shawl turned out, and I hope that if you're knitting it, you're not having any trouble with the pattern. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try to figure it out with you. That pattern will be out for everybody to purchase on my Etsy shop, probably in a month or 2, as soon as I can get it all together. Now I just wanted to talk about a couple of book things, and then my shop is having an update soon. So first of all, another knit along thing was our Fancy Reading Needlecraft Club is hosting another read along with the Scarlet Pimpernel. We're starting at the end of January. Some people have already started to read, which is perfectly fine. I am doing the discussion questions for this round, so I hope that you will consider joining us. All you need to do to get into our Fancy Reading Needlecraft Club is email Stephanie, which is Texas Peach Knits, and I will put her information below so you can go to her podcast probably, and in her show notes she will probably have her contact information, and she will put you in our Telegram group where all the discussion happens. And I love this book. I have not read it for a long time, so I'm really excited to get back into it. It's a really exciting adventure story, and it's got this great, I don't know, it's got a great romance in it too, and it's like a time period thing, and it's just really good. So also, I'm a big fan of the musical, the Broadway musical of this story. If you've ever seen that, I just love that. It has excellent music in it also, so I would highly recommend that. I watched one movie adaptation of this. It was a really old one with Leslie Howard as the Scarlet Pimpernel, and I liked it. I thought it was good. It's probably not super true to the book, and I don't know. I think this as a story is hard to capture in a movie, or maybe just that the movie people always want to change significant things, because I started watching the 1982 version, which has oh, what's her name? Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, in it. What's her name? You know who it is. And they significantly altered the story in that one. I didn't finish it. I probably will at some point, just because I'm curious to see what they did, but I think it's hard for them not to leave that alone. But anyway, please join us if you are interested. We are going to just make something to go along with the book, whatever it is you feel like knitting or crocheting or stitching. Just anything is fine, or if you just want to read the book with us, that's fine too. I do have up in my shop a listing for a mystery skein that is Scarlet Pimpernel themed, so if you are interested, you can go check that out in my shop. Just as another book thing, I wanted to show you guys my Bible. At my church, we do January is Honor the Bible Month, and we always, I don't know, we just have a big emphasis on the Bible, reading through your Bible in the year and stuff like that. And so I just thought I would share with you what I do. I always have tons of stuff from my kids in my Bible. But this is my Bible that I use. It's called My Promise Bible, and it's a King James Bible, but it has stuff to color in it, which I really like, because I really like to leave like a mark on a page, even if it's just a little bit. I like to just mark, and I just use colored pencils. I find that that's the best thing, not to bleed through and anything, all that. So and I am using the 5-day Bible reading plan. I will link it below. So it just has 5 readings for a week, and it has a section of the Old Testament and a section of the New Testament, and sometimes a psalm, and that gets you through the whole Bible in a year. And that way it's really helpful for me, because if I miss a day, I don't have so much to make up, or I can do it on the weekend, or sometimes I'll just read the New Testament on Friday and read the Old Testament on Saturday, or something like that. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with you. It's something that I'm doing this year. And let's see. I have been reading The Dribblesome Teapots. I'm about to finish that. I've just been like slowly reading through it and really enjoying it. Those stories are so funny. Anyway, I highly recommend that if you are into a funny British type stuff. I am having a big shop update on Saturday, January 20th at 12 p.m. Eastern. And so I hope you'll check it out. I've already showed kind of some of the stuff I'm going to put in it that I dyed a long time ago, which I just never put in. But I wanted to show you a couple other things that I've been working on. I wanted to dye some yarn inspired by this book, The Snowy Day. Everybody loves this book. I just love it. I love the very, I don't know, flat colors, and they're just so vibrant. And I think that it's amazing that a book about snow is so colorful and interesting to look at. And I love this picture. And I just love also how the little boy feels about like how magical snow is. That's how I feel about snow. I know some people hate snow, And I mean, I know that it's, as a grown-up, it's a pain if you have to go out and it's like really bad weather. Like, I understand. But snow still feels really exciting to me. And so I've dyed up a sock set. This is the main skein, and I really wanted to capture a lot of those really warm, bright colors. And then I also have some softer tones in there. And then I thought there's a lot of pink in this book, and I think pink is a great blender color. And then I have some very pale blue and white. One thing I love about the artist in this book, they never have just white snow. They have all these little colors in there. And it's kind of like the colors of everything else reflecting in the snow. So this is my Snowy Day sock set. So that will be in my shop next Saturday. And then I have Brambly Hedge. Remember, I had 2 tweed yarns that I dyed up for Brambly Hedge. And they were these 2, this blackberry color and this, I'm not sure what I'm going to call this yet. But to me, it goes so perfectly with this one picture. Oh, she calls this blackthorn, the blackthorn bush. So I love those, and I love them together. So I wanted to do a couple more. So I did this one, which I love. It's like a tonal green, and it's got blue in it. And these are all dyed on a DK tweed base. And then I have this one, which I think is like the perfect winter day. It's like a sky blue and some gray and some tan. And so these are all of them together. And so these are all going to be in the shop next Saturday. And I have a limited number of these, but I'm hoping when I do my shop update, I'm going to try to launch a listing for pre-ordering a sweaters quantity. So if you wanted 3 or more skeins of the same color, so that I could dye those all up together. They'd be in the same dye lot, hopefully, and you would be able to get as much as you wanted of the base you want and all of that, because right now it's difficult for me to dye up too much of one color because I don't know if it'll sell, and you know, it's just I don't want to have it sitting around. So I think I've got 4 of each of these. So they're probably, especially if you do a little mix and match, there is enough to make a sweater. But if you need more of one color, then please let me know, and I will hopefully have that listing up. What I'm wearing, I am wearing my Mrs. Potts inspired Faucette by Knitting McPurley, and this is a DK weight sweater, which I really love. I love the colors, and it fits really well, and that's what I'm wearing today. I don't know if you can hear my dog is in his crate, because otherwise he would be disaster in here, and he is whining. And let's see. So any life update stuff. My boys are out working today with my husband. It's Friday, and Grady is taking a nap, although I heard him make some noise, so I hope he's still sleeping. But the girls are out back on the trampoline. Watson is crying in his crate. And I don't know, January's getting off to a good start. There's been some downtime, which is really nice. Our homeschool co-op doesn't start till the end of the month, which I'm so thankful for, and yet I'm looking forward to it. I'm writing a Cinderella play. Did I mention this last time? I don't think that I did. I'm writing a Cinderella play for this semester of co-op. It's going to be a musical, so I also have music to write. And Teddy, who's my 15-year-old, he is helping me to write. And we are having so much fun, but also it's like, it's so much work. We're doing like a really, I don't just want to do the basic story. So we're doing like a really kind of silly, funny, change things around kind of story. And I am really excited about it. So that's taking up a lot of my time. I'm so thankful that Teddy's working on it with me, because he's been like, Mom, we got to work on this. Mom, we got to work on this all the time. And I'm like, ugh. But I tend to leave things to the last minute. So I'm really thankful he's pushing me to work on it all the time. Oh, another thing. I am participating in the Make 9 challenge that's hosted every year by Amy of Noble Character Crafts. This is the first time I've ever participated. In the past, I've just been like, sounds like so structured, but she's, you know, she's really, she's not strict about it or anything. It's like, you just work on the stuff, you post when you post, when you work on something, you don't have to finish anything. So that's encouraging to me, because I struggle with finishing knitting things. I really do. And I feel great when I finish things, but I really, really struggle with them. So I'm trying to be better about that. But I think just having the things I want to finish this year out there, posted, and just to remind me, it's really going to help me, I hope. So let me put a picture here of my Make 9 board. And quickly go through. I'm gonna see if I can do it from memory. I want to do the Wildflower Tea by Cheryl of Wise Owl Knits. That's kind of the one for me. I also want to do 2 for my girls. I don't remember the order of these things. I know I had 3 Knitting McPurley sweaters on there, which I have already started, and 1 that I have the yarn caked up for. So I have the Everywhere sweater, which I'm on the last sleeve. That's the first one I'm going to tackle. Then I have the gilded sweater. I think it's a sweater. The gilded sweater, which I have finished the yoke, and I need to split for the sleeves. And I was just like knitting blissfully in the round. Then I was like, wait a minute, am I supposed to split for the sleeves? And I didn't even think about it, so I stopped. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to like tink back a little bit. I hope it's not too much. And then I have the Audrey sweater, which I have finished the neckband on. Congratulations, me. And that's all I've gotten. It looks like a headband. And then I have the Hepburn sweater, which I caked the yarn up for like a year ago. I think a year ago in February, I caked the yarn up. So I really want to knit that. That's a fingering weight and a mohair held together. So of course I really want to work on that one, because it's like fresh and new, and seems more exciting than these other things I've already started. And then I have the lion from the Knitted Wild Animal Friends. I want to make that for Grady. I'm going to do a different outfit from the book, but I want to make the lion. And I already have the yarn for him, the actual yarn that's called for in the pattern. And then, oh, I have the Jemima Puddle Duck from the Knitting Peter Rabbit book, which I just got for Christmas. So Jemima Puddle Duck is one of my favorites. I just think she's adorable. And then the other one is another pattern by Cheryl of Wise Owl Knits, and it is the Celtic Swoncho. And I bought that pattern for her at the Knitting McPurley retreat last year, and I actually got to try on the sample. It only comes in 2 sizes, but I tried on the sample that she had, which was the smaller size, and it fit really nicely. So it's a very forgiving pattern because it's a Swoncho, so the sleeves don't start to like here. And it's very loose and flowy, and it's got beautiful cables on it, which, like I said, I don't do a lot of cables. So I'm not intimidated by it, but I just know that I'm going to have to think, and it's not just going to be mindless knitting, which sometimes I really need. But I really, really want that finished product. And I think I know what yarn I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a Knit Picks Woodland Tweed. I need to look at the pattern again and see what the sample yarn was like with the yardage and stuff, but I'm really excited about that. So, and I don't have any yarn acquisitions, but I probably will next time or the time after that. So that's fun. And So I would love to know what your knitting plans are for the new year. What are you looking forward to doing? Are you going to try to finish up stuff? Are you trying to knit from a stash? I know a lot of people say they want to knit from a stash this year, which I think is great. But of course, as a yarn jar, I'm like, please, please, sometimes buy some yarn. Anyway, so I think that's all I have for you today. As soon as I sign off, I always, well, not as soon as it's inconvenient to pop back on here and film some more. I think of like 12 other things I should have talked about. I should have made notes. But I hope you are having a great January, a great new year. I hope that if you make resolutions, you stick to them, and just enjoy the winter, because winter is a beautiful time if you're a knitter and you love warmth and making things warm. And oh, I know there was one other thing in my Make 9 board. It was a crocheted blanket of some sort. So that's kind of vague, but the person who took this picture is coming out with this pattern sometime soon. I feel bad because she keeps posting stuff on Instagram, and then all the comments are like, when is this pattern out? I want to knit this right now. Why don't you have the pattern out? And it's like, good grief. But she said it's coming out soon, and it's so cool. So I know that a lot of people have been experimenting lately with crocheted or knitted quilt-like blocks, and I know Anne Pinkava is doing that, and it's really cool. And by the way, Anne, if you're watching this, I am expecting to see you in your Scarlet Pimpernel mug in our book club. So just putting that out there, okay? Because you have the mug. So I know you're a fan. Anyway, but I'm hoping to do that also. I think that was all 9 things. 4 Knitting McPurley sweaters, 2 Wild Owl Knits sweaters, 2 toys, and 1 crochet thing. So yes, so that's it. All right, so I hope this has not been too chaotic. It feels a little chaotic in my mind, so but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye. Don't make me laugh. What was that you say? Watson, it's just me. Watson, I have a mustache. This is never gonna stay on. Okay, I have to do this real quick.